This is a story of the hustling spirit of the young Nigerian. A story of scars and of pain, of a hope dashed and a dream crushed. A story of the never say die mentality of a young ghetto boy who, against the grain, made a name for himself singing his way into the hearts of Nigerians. Or is it dying his way into their hearts? This is the story of Mohbad. Born Ilerioluwa Oladimeji Aloba on the 8th of June 1996 in Lagos, he was a Nigerian Afrobeat singer who rose to fame in 2020 with his hit single Koma Jensun, featuring fellow Nigerian artist Naira Marley. Like many other young Nigerians, he had developed a taste and talent for music at a young age.
I felt so many times now, more than the day.
It was no strange phenomenon finding him on the corners of the streets doing a freestyle and hoped that one day his luck would shine bright enough to get him signed to a record label that would offer him a bigger stage beyond the streets. The Nigerian music industry, however, is one that favored the rich and the properly connected, both of which Mohbad could not afford at the time. And so, armed with nothing else but his talent and dream, he went on to start a career as a carpenter and saved up the proceeds from this venture, which he then used to pay for studio sessions and recordings. He would often perform in local shows and events and was slowly gaining recognition in the streets of the popular Agege area of Lagos, where he grew up. His little light began to shine when he drew the attention of Banks Nation Entertainment, a music label recognized for nurturing new artists. This gave Mohbad an opportunity to refine his abilities and find his own voice under the mentorship of the label boss Banks, and so began the journey of Imole, as he was popularly known on the streets. He released the song Balenciaga in 2019, which quickly gained popularity and introduced him to a wider audience. The song soon became a club and street favorite with his unique beat and Mohbad's delivery, giving the star his break into the music industry. He went on to release his first EP, Light, with 8 songs, which featured stars like Davido, Naira Marley, and Lil Kesh in 2019 after signing a record deal with Malian Music. He would eventually rise to fame in December 2020 through his collaborative hit KPK with renowned record producer Rexy. His follow-up single, Feel Good, released the next year, became a street anthem in Nigeria and many African countries. It appeared that this young hustler from the slums had finally made it in life, and the only way to go for him was up. Little did he know that what was to come would change his life as he knew it forever. Mohbad's many sorrows began when he decided that he needed a new manager to handle his business and music. This obviously didn't go down well with the Malian music boss Naira Marley. Mohbad, however, insisted on the change and was allegedly greeted by a series of threats, intimidations, and violence by the Malian music boss. Naira Marley was further accused by the singer of instigating the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency (NDLEA) to raid the star's home, where he was allegedly made to drink a substance which till date remains unknown. All these in a bid to prevent him from changing his manager, Tunde, who is rumored to be Naira Marley's brother.
Because of this issue, now they are trying
The
to
singer had called out the record label boss on social media for allegedly leading an assault against him and shared video proofs of injuries he had sustained from the alleged assault via his Twitter handle. On October the 25th, 2022, Imole formally exited the label in a letter dated and signed by his lawyer. The letter alleged violent physical attacks on him and a threat to his life from Naira Marley. He also cited the non-fulfillment of the terms of the contract signed in 2019 when he joined the record label, while also accusing the label of refusing to pay him his royalties from monetized intellectual content and advances as mutually agreed in 2019. With this, he signed out of the record label against the wishes of the record label boss, unbeknownst to him that this move might be the single factor that would seal his fate forever. Following his exit from the label, Mohbad alleged that the threats from his former record label only grew worse and that he'd been blacklisted in the industry. From this point on, his music was off to a tumultuous ride as show promoters wouldn't pick him at all for shows or would drop him all of a sudden. Mohbad has said that his former record label told the promoters that he wasn't okay and had even sponsored smear campaigns stating that he was a drug addict. He had found out about this because some of the promoters would call him to verify that he was okay. He was known for his streetwise and relatable lyrics that often touch on everyday life, most of which were from his own experiences.
Waiting be this one like this. Been through many things, many gist. Oh, I still find my peace in all the but they do like see me, I know they see. Love me while I'm still here, cause everyone is a resident. That is my confidence, every man is a walking dead. But when I'm there no more, people will love me more. Talk about the things I've done, discuss my right and wrongs. While I'm laying dead on floor, when I can't talk no more. If I go live forever, she go do. See enemy, Mohbad. We didn't follow me. I just come on me. Even if not 9 minutes. Maybe I'll get the.
His songs carried the lyrics that sounded like cries for help, prayers for safety, and a call for peace. His mother would later confirm that she had received calls from strangers threatening her life.
Walk with daddy me. One dressing mommy me. They won't take the peace in me. One fame alone me.
This would lead the singer to become fearful and live in constant scare for his life, as he was also said to be regularly hounded by hoodlums sponsored by the label. At one point, he had posted on his social media handle that if he died, Naira Marley and the Malian music should be held responsible.
Everybody in the whole world, please help me if I die. Whoa, Malian music now, Mali kill me.
The constant threats and intimidation would eventually take a toll on his mental health, and he would later suffer from depression. Naira Marley was once seen in a video telling Mohbad's father that the singer would often forget the lyrics to his songs while on stage and often forget the password to his phone. His friend and collaborator Bella Shmurda revealed in an interview that Mohbad had once attempted suicide. Yet he continued to make his fans happy with his talent while enduring a career that was painfully robbed of any happiness.
Please just help me, I don't want to die. No, they are not treating me, help me. I'm in jail, bro, please just help me, I don't want to die. Help me, please just help me.
On September the 12th, 2023, speculations about his death had begun to spread, sending the Nigerian social media space into a frenzy. But it wasn't until September 13th, at the young age of 27, that his death was officially announced via his official Instagram page, stating that he had passed on from an ear infection. Shortly after, video recordings showing him being attacked by hoodlums on the streets and in clubs began to surface, sparking an outrage among his fans, the online community, and Nigeria in general. This led to a collective call for the arrest of Naira Marley, Sam Larry, his friend, and signed petitions to boycott Malian music songs. His wife took to social media to lament the artist's struggle and fear till his death. She also went on to dismiss public sayings that the artist had mental health struggles, noting that it was only a plot to bring down the artist's name and career. Ilerioluwa Mohbad Imole Oladimeji Aloba would be buried all too quickly only about 24 hours after the confirmation of his death in what was considered a very unceremonious event. With a casket that was clearly too small, his neck had to be bent, causing people to sorely criticize his family members. The speed of his interment raised brows because it was public opinion that he hadn't died of natural causes and was expected to undergo an autopsy. He was also of the Christian religion and the son of a pastor. Some believed that the rush was to cover up a crime committed against him, or to prevent the police from carrying out an autopsy that would expose the true cause of his untimely death. The facts surrounding his death are still very unclear and highly speculative. There was so much cry for justice that the police announced that they would be carrying out an investigation and may exhume his body if need be. At his prime, Mohbad made a mark in the music industry, and in his twilight, left a legacy from beyond the grave. A young and promising light, dimmed in its prime, his pains and struggles had eventually overwhelmed and overcome him. Mohbad, however, lives on through his music.
You don't have to hurt me before you win. You don't have to kill somebody before you sin.
Since the passing of singer The Green, never has the death of a celebrity evoked so much emotion among fans and unite the country and continent in one voice and with one call: justice for Mohbad.
Si je